first, we are addressing a big fear that most people have. We're kicking things off with an expert on public speaking. Okay, that intro is the real deal. Dr. Justin Moseley has a podcast, a clinic, and he even has done a TED Talk recently about how to feel more confident when speaking publicly. Welcome back, friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. I'm excited.
I'm so glad you're here. Okay, recent TED Talk, as just mentioned, fear of public speaking. Why that topic?
So I did a TED Talk 2 years ago, and a lot of people reached out and said, "That's awesome. I loved your talk. I wish I could do that, but I'm afraid to speak." And they said, "Oh, it just comes natural to you." And I was like, wait, it does not come natural to me. So I started telling them the story of I had the fear of speaking most of my life. I was terrified. It just gets severe speaking anxiety. It was so bad in college, I almost had a panic attack during my speech. It almost caused me to fail the speech class. But along the way, like I felt in my heart, like I had a message to share. So I committed to overcoming my fear so I could share my message to the world. And now that's what I want to do, is encourage and empower others to share their message and make a positive impact.
Oh, yes. Okay. 2 TED Talks, national TV, 1,500 plus presentations. I'm glad that you said that you still get nervous. So what are some tools, some tips, some tricks that we can implement before we go speak publicly?
Yeah, so one of the things to do is positive affirmations or power phrases. And because a lot of things, when we get up, we get in our own heads.
Yeah.
We start thinking, oh, well, what if I say the wrong thing? Are they going to judge me? What if they don't like how I look or what I'm wearing, or all the things we get in our own head about? I tell people, you have to speak louder than the voices in your head. So positive affirmations like, I am a confident speaker, or my message is going to transform someone's life today. Even me just saying that right now, I can feel a shift in my energy.
Yeah.
And one thing it does, it shifts the focus from you onto the people that you're speaking to.
And really quick, I know we have a bullet points that we can follow along here at home. So let's say, that empowering self-talk, sometimes I feel like if we say negative self-talk, it ends up manifesting that as well.
Yes, yeah. So the more negative we get, the more nervous we get and the more anxious we feel. But the positive self-talk allows us, again, to shift to the other person. What's in it for them? Because public speaking is not about you, it's about them. And what you're going to get to them, and what is the positive impact you can make in their life.
Okay, number 2, power pose. I need to learn
Power
this one.
pose, yeah. So power pose is what it sounds like. You're going to stand in a power pose.
Oh, okay.
So you can do like Superman, Superwoman. But for me, I just stand with my feet spread, my shoulders back, my chest out, head and eyes up, and you just stand here. And the cool thing about it is Harvard actually did a study on this.
Yeah.
And they said even for as little as 2 minutes, standing in a power pose increases your confidence. It increases your testosterone and decreases cortisol, which is your stress hormone. Wow. So just by standing there, decreases your stress hormone by 18%. I think we could all use a decrease in our stress hormone, especially before getting up to speak.
Okay, and mental rehearsal. I love this. Sometimes it can be awkward. Explain how you do that.
Yeah, so for me, and I like to combine these all together, standing in the power pose, doing the positive affirmations, and then going through the mental rehearsal. And one thing I love about the power of the mind, there's a study where they took people that couldn't play the piano, and they taught them to play one-handed piano exercises. But one group, they said, you're going to actually play the piano for 30 days every single day. The next group, you're not going to touch a piano, but you're going to mentally rehearse doing it every single day. And they did a functional MRI on their brains, and they showed the exact same parts of the brain were firing in the people physically playing and the people just mentally rehearsing it. So at the end of that study, they got the exact same proficiency in being able to play piano. The people that physically played and the people that just mentally rehearsed it. Wow. That's the power of our mind. Our mind can't tell the difference between something real and something vividly imagined. So if you use that to your advantage before you go up to speak, you're standing in your power pose, you start to feel better, You do the positive self-talk, but then you start to visualize how well the talk's gonna go. The people in the crowd, they're nodding, they're really into your message. They're coming up to you after, say, that was an amazing message, I'm gonna apply what you said today. And you start to visualize that over and over, you start to feel better about it. It calms your nerves, calms the anxiety, and you're able to go out there and deliver a message.
And really quick, I do want to share a tiny little clip before we go, because it's so empowering as well that you need to hear from him and that you need to tell yourself.
There's a message inside of you that the world needs to hear. So I want you to ask yourself, what impact can I make? If I overcome my fear of public speaking and I start sharing my message with the world, what lives can I touch? What legacy can I leave? What positive impact can I make in the world?
It's so true. You never know who you're going to touch. And I will say, sometimes before I do something nervous or do any public speaking, I like to tell myself, this is so silly, look in the mirror, I am Laura Schweizer, because no one else is me. And just like you said, everyone has their own story. I love that.
Yeah, everybody's got a message to share. So I want everybody listening to find their story and go out and share your message with the world, because people are waiting to hear it.
Love it. So awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. He's living proof, everyone. You can check out Dr. Justin's transformative podcast at mindShiftLinks.com and visit his clinic at the Music City Health Clinic. Both of these websites are right there on your screen. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.